All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone. Shalom to the Akim and a few Aquat who may be listening. This is your brother Batak Allah from the GMS camp here in Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. All right. The inspiration for this lesson, I had been seeing on the internet a lot of these memes of, basically all of these people, stating that the people who say that they're the people of the Lord, at this present time, everybody is starting to just call them out and say that they're not the people of the Lord. And then on top of that, they're pointing out that these people are the root of all the problems that are in the earth. All right, whether it be all the confusion, the financial woes that all these countries are going through globally, all these wars that are going on globally, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. And the thing is that the jig is up. All right. And all these nations, especially the higher up people, of all these heathen nations, they know who we are. All right. The people who claim that they're the people of the Lord, they know who we are too. All right. But now it's not. It's starting to see. It was beneficial for all these heathens to side with the perpetrators. But now it's they're coming to understand that the people who are perpetrating the lie are not trying to cut anybody in on any of the spoils, and they're really trying to put everybody into the same boat that's not of them. Okay. So, we're going to get some precepts proving that you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and all of you people that are scattered abroad whose lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, are the true people of the Lord, and not these people that are saying that they are, that are going about and wreaking havoc in the earth. Okay. So we're going to get a couple precepts, and then we're going to close it out, and Lord willing, this will be edifying. All right. But this is Deuteronomy 28:16. And this is the first curses that I'm going to bring out, and then we're going to just go through this chapter and bring a couple more of them out, okay? This Deuteronomy 28:16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. All right, so wherever Jake goes, they fucked up, man. You go to any of these cities all over the earth, and Jake is who's living in the most dangerous areas, the most dilapidated areas, the people that are living below the poverty line in these nations, where whatever country it is across the earth, are always Jake's. All right. But these people who claim that they are the people of the Lord, they don't deal with that. They live in the best neighborhoods in every city. They control all of the industries all over the world. All right. They're good everywhere they go. Okay. But Jake, wherever they go, they fucked up. Whether you live in a rural area, whether you live in a major city, it doesn't matter. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and even you speckled birds are catching hell out here, man. And it's been nonstop, since we went off. All right. This is so Salaki. Let me see where I'm because we ain't gonna read the whole chapter, but for reference. For the record, Salakia, if you haven't read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, you need to read that, as soon as you can. This Deuteronomy, and with understanding. So, go online, search the GMS Deuteronomy 28th chapter breakdowns, and get this understanding so you can know how to move out here, man. And you can understand who you are, because this is a big part of who we are. And one of these things that these heathens like to say, and Apostle Gabar had gone into it when he was breaking something down in a video that he did not too long ago. But, the apostles on down, men, have brought this out. What these Christians will say, or what these Edomites will say when you bring out that we are the people of the Lord, they'll say that we don't have written record. But this is the written record that we have in conjunction with our faith of knowing that that's who we are. Okay. So, this is very important that you for you to get an understanding of who you are. You need to understand this chapter, but, the whole scriptures, of course, but this chapter in particular is a great point to jump off at. All right. This is Deuteronomy 28:37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh shall lead thee. All right. So What do they call you? Black, Mexican, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, you know, Native American, Tonto, nigger. All right. That's what Jake is. Wherever they go, African. Wherever you go, that's what they call you, man. They gonna call you anything except Yasharallah, except the Israelite. All right. Except the people of the Lord. You're going to be everything under the sun except for that. And no matter how glamorous that they make it seem, anything other than being called one of Yahweh's chosen people and one of the chosen nation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is a downgrade and an insult, man. And that's something that we got to understand as a people, man. And, you know, of course, everybody is not going to get it. Only the elect are going to get it. So that's really who I'm talking to. But as somebody who's a member of the hopeful elect, you know, you need to understand this, man. And you need to own it. And owning it comes with owning the responsibilities that come with it, too. Not just glorying in the fact that you one of the Lord's people, but also doing the things that's required of you. Okay? This is verse 38, Deuteronomy 28 and 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. So no matter what Jake does, no matter how much money that they generate, they only get a small portion of that. All right. Even when you look at these Jakes that are so-called rich that sold out to Esau, they don't get even 50% of the revenue that they generate. All right. They don't even get 10% of the revenue that they really generate. OK, because this is not our rest. This is not our kingdom. You're not here. Even these Jakes that sell out that look like they living good, they being tormented by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because we're not here to live it up, man. We're here to serve a sentence and learn a lesson. All right. This verse 39, thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. So regardless of what you do, you're not going to reap the true benefits of doing that. All right. Whether it was back in the chattel slave days or whether it's today in the modern slave days, you're not reaping none of the benefits of what you really are generating and providing, man. All right. So we're going to go to the next one. And these are just a few bullet points. All right. But like I said, the whole chapter is a must read. And of course, the scriptures is a must read. This Deuteronomy 28 and 44, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. All right. And when you look at this earth, who is the people who are lending all the money to everybody? Not just to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but to the whole world. These people that are perpetrating and saying that they the people of the Lord are the ones that's lending out all the money. And they the ones that got the whole world in a snare. And that's the main way that they have ensnared the whole world, is by lending money at extreme usurious rates, man. All right. That's how they come into ownership of all these places, by giving bad loans to countries and to businesses or whoever. And then when the loan can't be paid, which is how it was designed, they come and take over all of your stuff, man. All right. But it says here that we wouldn't be lending. We'll be the tail. We'll be at the bottom. All right. We wouldn't be able to lend to those people. See, those people, we don't lend to them. They lend to us just off of that. And all of these curses, you know. All right. But for you people that's just, just coming into this, that's a big sign for you right there. You know who the one that's lending all the money out here. And you know that it's never been in the history of this kingdom that I've ever heard of. I'm not saying that it never happened, but I ain't never heard of no Negro, Latino, or Native American lending no money to one of these Zionist issues, man, or any of these issues. All right. We're going to go down to 56. Okay. This Deuteronomy 28 and 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, For she shall eat them for the want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. All right, so you look at these Negro, Latino, Native American, and speckled bird women. They don't have no love for they husbands. Israelites in particular, because you give one of these jigaboos get with a white man and they know how to act then. But all of the women of the tribes, they don't have no love for the men of the tribes, man. All right, they don't have no love for their children when their children are with men of the tribes. All right, and guess what? Just like that happened in 70 AD, it's going to happen again. And it's going to be worse in Jacob's trouble. And these women are going to be eating their children, man. And it's already stories on the news of women putting their kids in nigger women, man. Latin nigger women. All these Jake women putting their kids in ovens, drowning their kids, putting their kids to death. All right, all type of wild shit, man. But you don't hear about these issues doing nothing like that. All right. Most of these Jake women are rough, masculine, and unruly. All right. But you look at these Ish women and they tender and delicate. But it say here that the women would not be called tender and delicate. All right. That they would be different. They would be in a bad case. These Ish women are some of the most tender women on the earth. I actually, like dealing with them. From time to time. They are quite attractive. All right. But that ain't describing tender and delicate is not something you will use to describe the nigger woman of today or any of these Jake women of today by and large. Now, of course, the Latin tribes are in a little bit better case, but they still, compared to these issues, are not moving like that, man. They still growing up in straits and still got problems of their own, man. All right. Now we're going to go to the big one. Pause. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. All right. So none of these movements that these Jakes got is going to work. All right. And it says that the Lord's people will be brought into Egypt again with ships. When you look into Egypt, it's a reference to being in bondage, slavery. All right. And it's only one group that has been brought into slavery on cargo ships, on cargo slave ships. All right. And that's you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And just for you people who don't know, all right, the Jakes that was on the west coast of Africa are not the only ones that was put on cargo slave ships and taken into captivity. All right, there's a large portion of Northern Kingdom brothers that was put on ships and taken to Seville, Spain, and sold as slaves over there as well. All right, so all of you black-only niggas can go ahead and deal with that, however you want to deal with it. All right, but none of these reverends, none of these people are going to free us. Only Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to free us, and that's it. Okay, and that's going to be it, because at the end of the day, this is what's going to happen, man. All right. After all of the things that we dealing with and all of the slander and all of the wickedness that these issues are doing, that's all going to come to an end one day. And this is what's going to happen. This Romans 9 and 26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living power. And that's what we looking for. That's what we fighting for. And that's what we striving for. OK, so stay down, man, because Yahweh Shai is coming back and he's coming to put everything in the right order. And Lord willing, if we are the elect, he's going to put us on his side and we're going to take this kingdom down with him. All right. But with that being said, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone. Shalom to the Akim and a few Akwat who may be listening. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. And until next time, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Baba Ball.